Meg Thee Stallion went on Instagram Live and she opened up about her whole situation with Tory Lanez. But there's some really good takeaways here in terms of her own friends enabling her dysfunctional behavior. But before we get into that, guys, my name is Ruslan. Thank you so much for being here. This channel exists to encourage, empower, and inspire people to live a life that bless God. If you're not new here, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. What are you doing with your life?
Okay, now I could just be as depressed as I want to be. I want to be sad. I want to cry. I want to tell you everything. I want to tell you my whole life story. Friends at the time too. Everybody around me at that time saw how hard I was going. They saw how sad I was. They saw how much I drank.
Pause it.
Nope.
Notice she said, saw how hard I was going. Usually when we say how hard someone's going, we're talking about work ethic and grind.
Yeah, like, oh man, they're crushing.
She directly correlated how hard she was going with how sad she was.
Oof.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That sometimes you can be going hard and keeping yourself busy but not making any personal progress.
Oof.
Right?
Preach.
So she's out here going hard. Everyone sees how hard she's doing, but they're also seeing how sad she is and how dysfunctional she is.
Wow.
Nobody in my life at that time was like, Megan, let's not go out tonight. Megan, let's not turn up tonight. Megan, you don't got to do that. Everybody was down with the mother shenanigans.
This is so sad.
Yeah, man. I wonder what her friends' positions are too, because I wonder if she's also like carrying the checks when they're going out. So they're all down.
My guess would be there's a lot of hanger-ons. And even if she isn't like paying for their lifestyle, they might be living with her. They might be in the guest house. And she just might have a bunch of folks around from high school and just folks that are like, yo, you're on. Let's go party and have drinks. And she's definitely covering that bill for sure.
Yeah.
Right. And so the sad part about this is if we're just like, let's remove the spiritual component, right? Because spiritually, lust of the eyes, pride of life, lust of the flesh, right? People are sinful. People are evil. People are broken. But remove that. If I was just to look at this from a sheer business perspective,
Yeah.
if she's the asset and she's the golden goose laying all the eggs, and I'm the homie from high school hanging out, wouldn't I want to protect the breadwinner?
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, maybe you should chill out a little bit.
Maybe we should take it easy on the partying, Meg.
Yeah.
Nope. We're going to enable the dysfunction, which just shows you how my initial point is true, that people are so broken. People are so messed up that their behavior towards the people in their life that are actually prospering doesn't even make sense. Nothing about this makes sense.
Yeah, it's like if you started coming into the studio and being like, guys, I don't really feel like making a video today. And then there was like a couple days in a row. I think let's just go for a walk. Let's go get depression steaks. I'd be like, oh man, I got to stop Ruslan from getting depression steaks now.
But thankfully, the depression steaks aren't going to make me fat.
No, they're not. But like, we're also not putting out videos.
We're also not putting
so
out
that'll
videos.
make us very lean.
That would make us very lean. Go ahead.
Before I walk in the party and would be like, come on, let's go. You know, I'm crying with my, why you always crying? You know what I'm saying? Like, people saw me be low. Once I went and got help, once I got therapy, once I decided I need to love myself. I need to value myself because I don't love myself. I'm not valuing myself. No.
She said that she was crying. So she's in a state where there's an overt, I don't think you should be led by your emotions, and I don't think you should be led by your heart, because oftentimes the heart is deceptive, right? What is more deceptive than humor? According to Jeremiah, right? But your body has a way of talking to you.
What does Dr. Rudy say about emotions?
Your emotions are messengers. So if you're in a state where you're crying, that means your body is telling you something's wrong. And one of the craziest things about crying, a lot of people don't know this, is that crying actually releases dopamine. So as your body, you're breaking down to the point where you're crying, and the crying is actually your body's way of releasing dopamine to try to make you feel better.
Yeah.
She's in a state where she's crying. She's having breakdowns, and no one is like, slow down.
Yikes.
That's sad, man. That's sad. So she went and got help and therapy and all that kind of stuff, which is good. I mean, ultimately, she needs Jesus. Like, she needs an encounter with the living God. She's talking about loving herself. I mean, I think she was loving herself in a hedonistic sense.
Yeah.
Drink the pain away, smoke the pain away, party the pain away, right? Sex the pain away.
Crashing out. Once I started realizing you're crashing, you need to get your together because you're crashing. And I cleaned out the house. Everybody from my past was shook. Like, they was like, I can't believe this. not talking to me. What the? How am I blocked? Why is this? Why is that? You fake it. You don't want to me. Da da da. I was down with you. I don't have any problem with anybody from my past. I don't have anything negative to say about anybody from my past. I don't want to talk bad about those people. Everybody is in your life for a reason or a season. You go your way, I go my way. I don't have nothing bad to say about y'all. I don't have nothing bad to say about anybody that I used to deal with. I don't have nothing bad to say about nobody I used to be friends with. Thank you so much for the purpose that you serve. Thank you for helping me realize I needed to grow. I'm never gonna trash talk nobody that I used to be cool with. I don't have nothing bad to say about y'all. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why me trying to better myself and be a new person is bothering people so bad. Like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, man, that sucks, bro. That sucks that in the midst of all this, and by the way, allegedly the entire Tory Lanez situation popped off because he was intimately involved with her best friend and she didn't know.
Oh,
and
man.
then she confronted. Allegedly, we don't, I don't know. That's
not fun.
That's, I think, what was revealed in court. So she said something really interesting where she said her friends were willing to let her crash out. You are the sum of the people you're closest to. That's just the truth. The people closest to you, they're going to define who you are. And so if you're around a bunch of people that are apathetic, lazy, spiritually, they don't have any sort of quiet time, any sort of devotional. They're not in church. They don't want to be held accountable. They're going to eat like crap. They're going to drink. They're going to party. They're going to consume nonsense. Guess what you're going to be?
Ugh.
Right? And so oftentimes you change your environment. You change the people you're around. And this is why the local church is so important. And this is why your quiet time is so important. So when we put together things like our prayer journal, oftentimes some of us just need to sit and reflect and write our prayers out and think about the Bible and how does this apply and what is God convicting me of and what do I need to do different, right? And if you're just kind of floating through life, or in her case, she's going hard, she's working city to city on a flight, on the grind, you don't have time to think, right? So wherever you are, man, consider creating that quiet time, consider creating that discipline. It's been one of the ways that I've been able to grow and to flourish is that consistent discipline. So that's why we put together the Bless God Prayer Journal, the same exact prompts I've been using for decades that I took out of my head and put it in a physical prayer journal in a way that I use every single day. And it's available. If you want to get it in time for January, now would be the time to get it because it's on back order. So we're trying to get them out to you guys by the new year. So go to blessgodprayer.shop, pick up your prayer journal, buy one for a friend. And if you can't afford it, Bless God PDF, buy the PDF version and just print it out. Just print it out and just try it. Try it for 30 days. Try writing out your prayers and doing a quiet time every single day for 30 days. And tell me if everything doesn't change. Tell me if your own faith doesn't grow because you start seeing the hand of God tangibly move. You start seeing the prayers that you've been praying for get answered and you just forgot because you had even prayed for things, right? And the consistency of leaning into the Bible every single day. Tell me that doesn't do something to your spiritual self. We see according to the Bible that prayer is extremely important in terms of us being transformed from the inside out when we get aligned with God's will. For the Christians watching this channel, I want you guys to implement these spiritual disciplines in your day-to-day life. And the only way I've been able to do this consistently is through writing down my prayers in a prayer journal that does a few things. One, it allows me to reflect and come to God humbly and ask Him to move on my behalf. And two, it allows me to document my prayers, which ultimately help me remember the very things that I was praying for and see the hand of God tangibly in my life when He answers them. So I would urge you, consider writing down your prayers. It could be in a blank notebook. It could even be on your phone. Or you could check out the one I personally designed and used for my own quiet time and spiritual discipline that I think will be a huge blessing. It's the exact structure and system that I've used for years to pray and be more consistent in my spiritual disciplines. You can pick yours up today by clicking the link in the pinned comment below. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.